Right then, this is a walk around video, and this is for an absolutely beautiful looking car. It's a Honda Civic 2.2 ES diesel, finished in white but with these lovely black alloy wheels. Looks like a sort of sports grille on the front here as well. It's absolutely fantastic. It's in lovely condition as well. The lights and lenses, you can see they're completely clear and intact. Front bumper very clean, hardly a mark on there at all. Likewise, bonnet very clean. There will be a stone chip somewhere, but it's hard to see one. Near side of the car first, passenger side, and it is pretty much looking like a mirror in those panels. Very clean and tidy. Near side front alloy, very clean, no marks, no skags, no damage at all. Panel work on this side, absolutely fantastic. Near side rear alloy, again, completely unmarked. Come around the back of the car. Very clean. Off side of the vehicle, driver's side. Again, absolutely beautifully smooth on the panels. Certainly one of the best that's going to be out there for this age of mileage. Rear alloy. Sorry, local Labrador decided to jump up and down on me. The panel work is beautiful down the side here. And then finally come to the final wheel, offside alloy, absolutely beautiful. It really is a very nice looking car, this one. It's coming into boot, which is huge on these Civics, and it's been kept really nicely. Coming into the back of the car now, door cards are all really nice in the car. Loads of legroom on these Civics, and those seats are set for me, and I'm over 6 foot tall. The front seats there, the rear seats again in really nice condition. Front passenger door card, again all in really lovely condition there. And front passenger seat, again really nice. So finally, just to come to the driver's door card, again, which has been kept really well. Even the little recesses are nice on it. And driver's seat, again, really good condition. Obviously this is one that's going to take most of the wear, but even this one's been kept very nicely. So sat inside the car now, engine's running through this section so the dashboard can actually be seen illuminated. Dashboard is in beautiful condition as well. It's just been kept really nicely. Very gentle hands have owned this one. And if I come up into here, hope you can see 63,333 miles recorded. Put the car into reverse there. That lovely clear gridded parking camera colour, of course. And to come back here, and this is basically the view you get as a driver in these Civics. Absolutely stunning dashboard, it really is. And as I say, it's been kept really nicely in here. Just to quickly show you, owner's manual pack is here with the car, as is very importantly the lock and wheel nut key. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic 2.2 ES diesel. The car's registered LG12WMD, and mileage at the start of the road test is 63,327 miles. The reason for doing the videos, as I say in all of them, is essentially so that anyone that's looking at the car in an advert online actually gets to see that car in operation. It obviously gives us an opportunity to let you know of any issues that might be with the vehicle that would manifest themselves on a test drive, because we know how frustrating it can be to go and see a car only to get there and find out it's got a fundamental issue that which you'd find out as soon as you drove the vehicle. So that's why we do it. It's also done on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises. So hopefully it'd be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive on the car. The car's been very well maintained, and it feels it. It may well be a 7-year-old car now. It certainly doesn't feel like it to drive because it feels incredibly tight. Engine starts absolutely instantly, of course, settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. and temperature gauge is running at a third, which is exactly where it should be when up to full operating temperature, and the car's been running for well over an hour now. The engines themselves are just lovely units. They're very smooth, very refined, got loads of power and an incredible amount of torque, of course, being a diesel, but it's just the way it puts its power down and the smoothness of the engine in operation. It really is a fabulous unit. But what I love about them is they've got a lovely linear power delivery, so it's not kind of nothing loads nothing, which seems typical of a lot of diesels. It's all the way from just over 1,000 RPM all the way around to its red line. It's got a lovely even power delivery going through, and of course they are very economical. I've had many of these and exceeded 60 miles per gallon in all of mine personally, but obviously that does depend on how you drive the cars. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch is perfect on the car, bite point's exactly where it should be, pedals smooth and silent in operation as well. Gearbox, 6-speed gearbox of course, and probably the best gearbox in its class. It's not only is it tough and reliable as you'd expect of a Honda gearbox, but it's just the quality of the linkage that the Honda use and the feeling they give you within the gear lever itself. It feels kind of meaty and engineered. It doesn't feel light and wafty and vague that they could get in so many cars, because it's very precise, beautifully sprung between the gears. Really class act, and I can feel zero wear in it at all. Steering of the car, which has always been a real strong point in the Civics, lovely, precise, very accurate, beautifully weighted. Track's absolutely dead straight, and there's no vibrations coming back through the steering wheel at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. But it's just in perfect harmony with the chassis, because it's quite quick, so as soon as you turn the wheel, the car wants to go with it as well. I mean, it's not one of those where the steering is too quick for the car or too slow. It's exactly the right match for the chassis, and again, just can't feel any wear through the steering at all. It feels lovely and crisp and tight. The chassis, as I've alluded to, is just brilliant, because the change of direction, the damping through the corners. If you're a spirited driver, you'll love the car, because they really have a lovely directness to them. But unlike the last generation, which was criticised by some for having too harsh a ride, they've managed to smooth out the minor imperfections on road far better. So it gives you a very compliant and comfortable ride. Also, no noises coming from underneath the chassis at all. It's all exactly as it should be. Brakes on the car, just going to give them a bit of a shove, leave this one a bit late, but really good solid brake pedal on the car. No sort of vibrations or pulsing coming back through the brake pedal at all, and it pulls the car down nice and straight and true, so all is exactly as it should be. Looking around the side of the vehicle, it's not been cleaned yet, but it's very clean in here. It's going to be cleaned within the next hour or so. But what a fantastic dashboard it really is. And as I often say, and I mean it as well, it's not for everybody, because we're all different. This appeals to me but might not appeal to everybody else out there, but loads of people love this, and for the same reason as I do, because it's not your typical dashboard, which is just your dash there, center stack there, the usual variations on exactly the same theme. But this is just brilliant. It's also got really high quality switch gear to it, so all the little buttons you press have that lovely damped feel to them, sort of click actuation. Air conditioning, by the way, pumps out ice cold air. Cruise control, just set it for you, works perfectly on the car. But you've got this wonderful display in front. What Honda have very cleverly done, the upper deck, you've got the most information you want, so radio, ventilation, information display high up there, so you're not taking your eyes off the road, you can see it quite clearly. But the best part is this, obviously the speedo directly up there. It really is fantastic, because you're driving along, look at the oncoming traffic, but at the corner of your eye you can clearly see your speed. You're not having to sort of dip your eyes down and take your eyes off the road even for a split second. It's absolutely brilliant. Down below that we've got a more conventional pod, obviously big rev count in the middle, fuel gauge on the right and temperature gauge on the left hand side there. Steering wheel looks and feels pretty much as new in hand, nice thick rimmed sort of leather bound steering wheel, really nice to hold. But they're just a fantastic car. You can see why they're so popular, also why they're a bit more expensive than other cars, you know, of this age, aside from one or two, because they're sought after for loads of reasons. They're very practical, huge boots, ingenious rear seat design, great family car, absolutely brilliant family car, but it's obviously also got Honda's reliability. It's not to say they don't go wrong, because of course they do, but it is much rarer with a Honda. They're very long lasting, but they're actually lovely to drive, and you've got this interior as I said. As I said at the start of the video, obviously the point of it is just to show you the car in operation, but to feed back on any issues there might be. There's nothing at all. It drives absolutely beautifully, and I'm not giving it any allowance for age and mileage. As always though, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate, do give us a call.